He will lead off in a very powerful Texas A&M lineup as we get going. And Liam Peterson's first pitch is a little inside and right on time tonight. 6:32, our first pitch. Wind isn't blowing out as much as it was last night. As that fastball at 93 gets in there. The homer was Grahovac's only hit last night, but it was certainly a big one. And that is a big slider right there by the freshman.
Yeah, Grahovac, big get for Texas A&M, much coveted out of high school.
That one is a hanger, and that's hit out into the gap in left center field. It'll be down and all the way to the wall. So Peterson threw one good slider, then tried to double up, left it right out over the plate, and the Aggies get a leadoff double to get things going here tonight.
That's what I talked about. Avoid early trouble, throw that 0 in the first inning, and that almost counts for me as a shutdown inning. If you get that 0, get the crowd into it, get the momentum going, and get your potent offense at the plate unscathed. But he left one up. He was able to get the double. Grahovac, I mean, this kid's a stud hitter, just a freshman.
This kid's a stud too. Jace Laviolette, 339 hitter, and the sophomore is going to get plunked. So not a good start for Liam Peterson as the first two Aggies reach base, and now you've got to contend with the middle part of this A&M order.
Yeah, this is the early trouble you didn't want because the bounce hits him in the back foot. And now you got to face Braden Montgomery and Hayden Schott, Ted Burton. Those guys, they could all put a charge into one.
So a quick mound visit as Tanner Garrison, the veteran, will go try to calm the freshman down.
I talked to Sully today around the cage about the fact that he did not have early mound visits with Cade Fisher last night. He said, yeah, it's SEC time as we talked about it. He said he's got to figure it out sometime. And Garrison went out there to speak to Peterson.
So now the switch hitting Braden Montgomery. And he smokes one. Jumped all over that first pitch fastball, and just like that, A&M with a 3-0 lead. Montgomery with his 8th homer of the year. It's RBIs 32, 33, and 34 to lead this ball club. And the Gators will have to fight back just like they did last night, down 3.
And it's a guy that's on a lot of lists going first round, Montgomery. Transfer from Stanford. Ambushes his fastball right here. Nice quick to the ball swing.
Well, it just shows you how quickly things can erupt. You're 1-2 on the leadoff hitter, and then you make one bad pitch, and 3 pitches later, it's 3-0.
Well, it's about as bad as it can get every 3 hitters, and you got to just settle down here.
Schott hits one hard, but that is foul.
Schott is the team comedian. Everybody said he's the one that gets everybody laughing. He hosts a golf fungo tournament every week.
Nice.
I think they had a major last week. They do that every Monday.
First changeup from Peterson down in the zone.
Of course, if you need to see the results, they're on social media. So
yeah, go find it out.
Look up Hayden Schott, and you'll find it.
And of course, the fifth major is here in Florida this week.
That's right.
TPC, as they call it. Here's the 1-2. Good off-speed pitch there, but Schott spoiled it. He has driven in 13 over the last 7 games. Did not get a hit last night. That's where Florida was really good. Top 4 hitters in the order had a combined 2 hits. This one right back to Peterson. And the 6'5" righty corrals it and gets the first out of the first inning.
Yeah, nice. And that's a good comeback after giving up the 3 runs.
Well, and Peterson earlier this year had a really bad start down in Miami, and he wasn't feeling the best. Got off to the start where gave up 4 in the first, 1 more in the second, and gave up a homer. And right after that, settled down, retired 10 Hurricanes in a row. So he's got that in him, and he'll certainly have to do that here today.
And he knows his team is a team that averages close to, what, 9.5, 9.6 runs a game. So this Gator club, he knows they can score.
A&M had 7 hits yesterday. Already 2 here in the first inning. The Gators pounded out 12. There you see Jim Schnassnagel. That fastball hit hard, but backhanded by Shelton deep in the hole. His throw is plenty strong enough for out number 2.
And Shelton really shows you something at shortstop. I mean, he had to replace the great Josh Rivera. Could really patrol that shortstop position. Shelton equal to the task this year.
Yeah, and I think he's really proven that on a couple balls where he's had to go to his right in the hole. Similar to that one.
And plenty of arm.
Yep. And that shows when he can't set his feet and still gets it over there. So after the 3-run homer, 2 quick ground balls. And now Jackson Appel, switch hitting catcher. Good change up there. Appel had the only double-digit hit in the Aggie lineup yesterday. He was 2 for 3, drove in a run. Gee, Peterson's got plenty on his fastball. That one at 96. Another ground ball. And Curlin has this one to retire the side. So the cheer.
Yeah, to Jacksonville State, low 90s fastball. He's got the 2 and 4 seam, the cutter, the change. But command's going to be key for him. Now, if you look at that right here we are first SEC weekend. He missed a lot at the beginning of spring, so he's only pitched 9 innings, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does going forward here.
Yeah, so they give him the start despite missing that time. Jones ranked 86 by D1 baseball among the all the transfers in college baseball a year ago. He started 14 times as a sophomore at Jacksonville State. All right, here's Cade Curlin. First pitch in there. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Curlin steps into that batter's box with a 6-game hitting streak. And he's going to get aboard.
Great at bat. He saw it coming in. He's not ducking out of the way. A lot of times you'll see hitters jump out of the way of that pitch. And I'm thinking, well, why? Cade knows he's the leadoff guy, so he's going to stand right in there and take one for the team.
And that has happened quite a bit this year. That is now the 7th time that he's been hit by a pitch. All right, here's Caglione. And he smokes one. That one's really hard into right field. Curlin will round second. Here comes a strong throw, but it'll go all the way and not be in time. Caglione thought about trying to get to second base, but just like that, Gators have a chance to answer right away.
You can see him jump all over this pitch. He ambushes this one. Nice. And for a big guy, he has a nice short stroke. And off the bat, I mean, he just buggy whips it. A lot of his stuff is over 110 miles an hour. 118, which, let me tell you, you fans listening in, that's 1 percentile of major league top off the bat. So this will put that in perspective.
It's just insane how hard he hits baseballs. So here's Heyman. He's hacking at the first pitch. That one's hit well. Out to left, and we are tied. So how about that? A&M with a 3-run homer on the first pitch from their 3-hole guy. The Gators with a 3-run homer on the first pitch from their 3-hole guy, and we're starting over.
Yeah, we've been talking this week, and some looks like Heyman right there to swing a little more compact today, and he hits that right on the screws, and that is a backbreaker to the Aggies who jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and just like that, it's gone.
And now Colby Shelton, and he'll take a breaking ball for a strike. Shelton comes in at 353, sophomore from South Carolina. The team best 10 homers on the year. First changeup is off the plate from Tanner Jones. Jones last year at Jacksonville State, told you he made those 14 starts. He had an earned run average, though, of 4.67. That's a good changeup for strike two.
Well, that changeup catches the plate, but for me, a little too close to come right there because I thought that pitch was up.
So Shelton quickly in a 1-2 hole. And he'll hit one out to Grahovac and throw across in time for the out. So really similar to how the top of the inning started. First three get on, and the fourth one gets out.
Yeah, via the ground out. And Liam Peterson was able to get 3 ground outs in a row after the 3 runs.
Well, now the hottest Gator hitter out of this very potent order, it's Ty Evans. And that slider misses. Evans comes in 11 for his last 22.
I could do the math on that one.
Yeah, pretty good. Back-to-back sliders he lays off of. He had 2 hits last night, including an RBI single in the first inning.
This is going to be key right here. Get greedy this inning. You got the 3 runs, but keep this thing going.
Well, that one just a lazy fly to right. Montgomery will drift over, but the center fielder Laviolette steals it from him, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, good play by Laviolette, and you're saying, well, how come he took it away from the right fielder? He's going enough to where he doesn't have to look into the sun as much.
They have eye black back when you were playing?
Heck yeah. And I wore it.
It was as gaudy as these guys wear it now?
No, but let me tell you, Andy the Anvil Farkas is the guy that invented eye black.
Okay.
Washington Redskins running back. Paraffin and coal. Voila, you have eye black.
Shelnut hits that one hard. And he's got his second hit of the weekend. So 3 hits already for the Gators here in inning number 1. So it is just, again, balls being pinged all over the yard. Really hard. Left field, right field, straightaway center field.
Just get that pitch count up. This is a guy that has not thrown more than 75 pitches, I believe, in any outing. You're just trying to work him up in this outing here.
Here's Dale Thomas, the Gator third baseman. Yeah, fastball off the plate. Thomas 1 for 3 last night, but it was a hard hit double down the right field line. They shift on him, so he's got a lot of room that way. And he's up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. But he made a defensive play last night that saved a run. And you can see the shift there. Plenty of sunshine here in Gainesville. The wind blowing out to right today as opposed to left center field. And a long hold for the 2-0, and Thomas takes it high.
Well, the way it's going, don't be surprised if Sully doesn't roll the dice and green light him here.
Doesn't matter. It was low anyway. And Tanner Garrison will be the 8th Gator to hit this inning. And there you see Jim Schlossnagle going to go write something down.
Yeah, he's going to say, okay, who do I got going in the bullpen? Because they can't wait around much longer.
Max Weiner, the pitching coach.
Now let's talk about Tanner Jones. Against Wagner, he went two innings February 25th, March 2nd, 3 innings. Rhode Island last week, 4 innings. Actually, 79 is the most pitches he's thrown in an appearance. So he hasn't thrown that many pitches this season.
Yeah, so slowly building him up to make this first SEC start. And Chris Cortez, the guy we saw in relief last night that struck out 7 Gators in a row, he had been starting.
Yeah, he was very effective last night.
But here's Tanner Garrison. And a good slider there for strike 1.
Garrison getting the start again. That's showing you that Sully has really got a lot of confidence in this senior from Dallas.
And he certainly won't hit a ton. He never really has. But if you look at what he does and the presence he has behind the plate, I think it means something. You're a veteran back there. You've put a lot of innings. You never make mistakes. And you get on the pitchers. And I think sometimes you need that. So 3 straight off-speed pitches, and Garrison lays off of that one.
And we saw Garrison smoke some ground balls towards third base last night. So he hit the ball hard. Nothing to show.
Finally got a fastball, and it was not close. Garrison has only struck out once this year in 18 at-bats.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Yeah, his outs have been productive for the most part.
Got a piece of that one and stays alive. Gators have won 7 in a row here at home. Swept A&M in 2016. Then A&M didn't come back here until 2021. And then the victory last night. Good take on another slider.
And again, it elongates the inning, 23 pitches.
So both of the runners will get a head start now. Runners on first and second with 2 outs for the Gators. And that fastball is off the plate. And all 9 guys are going to hit here in the first inning.
Let me tell you how good at bat that was for Tanner Garrison. Fell behind in the count, fouled off some really nasty pitches, and drew the walk. That was an impressive at bat.
So now Michael Robertson comes up in a big spot. Robertson has been platooning of late and hasn't been hitting it all that well. But he gets a changeup, and it's strike 1. Robertson does not have a hit with the bases loaded this year, but he is hitting .353 with runners in scoring position. Aggies already have a lefty starting to get loose out in their bullpen. 26 first pitch innings. That one right off the end of the bat, and Laviolette will come in and snag it to finally retire the side. The Gators get 3. Had an 18-point lead in the SEC men's basketball tournament. Gators came all the way back and won by 5. Texas A&M took an early 3-0 lead here in baseball, and the Gators have come back to even it up. So Todd Golden, in just his second year, will play for an SEC tournament title. This ball's hit sharply, but right at the Gators' second baseman, Cade Curlin. And 1 pitch, 1 out, as Hank Bard is retired.
4 in a row now by Liam Peterson, all via the ground ball.
Now Ali Camarillo, the junior from Chula Vista, California, has a homer, go along with a .286 batting average. Yesterday was 1 for 4. Drove in a run with a fielder's choice ground out in that 5-run second inning. Curlin almost directly behind the bag at second. And this one is hit pretty well out to left. Shelnut will try to run it down, and he does right on the edge of the warning track.
That wind slicing from left to right really knocked that ball down. Shelnut with a nice job right. He's got a long way to go on this. And what I like, look where his knees are. They're going where the ball is. His route is perfect.
And he's smart, not one of those guys that has sunglasses and puts them on his hat.
That's right. He actually uses them. Not that you would really need them in left field.
No. Now the 9-hole hitter, Caden Kent.
Now how about this in the first inning? Both teams scored 3 runs with their first 3 hitters. They had 1 hit batsman. Both hit 3-run home runs.
That one's hit pretty well, but Evans will drift over and make an easy catch.
And they're all on 4.
Get the first 2. As Kalen Curlin bats again. Did that an inning ago and was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, eerily similar start for both these pitchers. Actually, it was 5 pitches that Liam Peterson gave up in the first 3 hitters, not 4. And Curlin's going to do the same thing right here. Work his magic, get on base, brand new ball game. Put pressure on the pitcher who, like we said, the most he's thrown in a game this year is 79 pitchers. He's passed 1/3 of the way there already.
He threw 27 pitches in the first inning, and only 13 of them were strikes. Gators couldn't take advantage of a couple of 2-out walks. Curlin staying alive. Don't have a strikeout yet. First time through the order either.
Which is a good sign.
That slider a little low. And similar to what we saw last night from Ryan Prager, the A&M starter, the difference in philosophy, because when the pitcher's on the mound ready to go, he sits there and waits several seconds before starting to go. Gator pitchers just get it and go.
Right.
And that 2-2 is a swing and a miss. So there goes the no strikeout so far, and Curlin the first to do so tonight.
That's because you brought it up.
My bad.
Yeah, Gators, if they have a downside, and it's kind of the modern era as you look at this 2-seamer running back in, the strikeouts probably higher than Sully would want, 8.6 strikeouts per game.
So here's Caglione, be ready on the first pitch. But it's a changeup down in the dirt. He took the first pitch and lined it into right field his first time. He has now hit in 17 of the 18 games this year. Go along with a .419 batting average. And that ball is hit hard, but look out. Kids on the berm. Screamer right in there.
That's 118 coming at you.
Wow. 118, foul ball. And the kid never dropped the popcorn. You got to commend him for that.
It's impressive.
That is the one thing, that those berms are popular seats, but you better be paying attention.
You have to be, especially with a guy like Cags up.
Well, that's 3 changeups that haven't even been close. And Caglione just spits on him.
Yeah, and that's the thing you're noticing this year with Cags. He's been great at being very patient, knowing what they're trying to do to him as a hitter, and making the adjustment accordingly.
That one's hit hard, but the shift was on, and Camarillo, the shortstop, will throw him out. So the old 6-3 from the right side of second base. And the first 2 Gators retired here in the second.
So how do you score that in your book so you look back and you go, well, wait a minute, what was that? So you see a 6-3.
Yeah, but I put a little S there.
That's what I do. I put a little S under the 6. There you go. Modern way of scorekeeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Nick and I weren't the smartest in school, but
we figured out shortcuts just like that.
It's like writing shorthand.
Uh-huh.
Well, they haven't thrown Heyman a fastball. 2 breaking balls after he took a first pitch fastball and tied the game up in the first inning. For Heyman, it was his 5th homer of the year. And a good changeup there, probably the best one yet from Jones. Puts Heyman in a 1-2 hole.
Now you're at the mercy as a hitter. You're thinking, man, they may double up on here. So you got to be ready.
Went fastball, and that's a much better inning for Drew. Working hard. Some of them double duty today with Gator softball across the street, finishing up earlier today. Back to the top of the order, Gavin Grahovac. He hit a hanging slider and doubled into the gap to get things going. Just missed that one there. Grahovac, just a freshman, but a good-looking one. But he can't get 94 in. That's how the Gators attacked him yesterday. Kate Fisher did a good job of coming in. They tried it again, and he buggy whipped that one. And Grahovac, for the second time in 2 days, has homered. And for the second time, both of his homers have given the Aggies a lead.
He's a guy that hit a ball 463 feet on Tuesday night. One of the most coveted freshmen in the country coming out of high school a year ago. Well, this must mean that Colby Shelton leading off for the Gators will probably hit a home run, the way this game's going. Two-seamer working its way back in, and he is ready for it. Belt high.
Yeah,
does he look like a freshman to you?
No, not at all.
It's like an MLB guy.
Yeah, you would have never have guessed that. Lavalette goes the other way. That ball's carrying. Shelnutt's going to try to run it down, but he won't. And it's back-to-back bombs as that one stays just inside the foul pole. Lavalette's 10th homer of the year. That leads the Aggies. And just like that, 2 more runs on the board for Texas A&M and Kevin O'Sullivan out to the mound for the Gators.
Yeah, Lavalette, that's a tough order getting those 2 guys out. And tonight they've had double hit by pitch homers and 1 today.
Yeah, Braden Montgomery took the first pitch he saw from Liam Peterson and hit it out of the ballpark. So he'll get an off-speed pitch here, and it'll back him off the plate. So the top 3 hitters in the Aggie order have all homered tonight. And last night, that's what the Gators did. They did a really good job against the top of the order. Grahovac had just 1 hit, the homer. Lavalette was 1 for 4, and then Montgomery was 0 for 4, and Schott was 0 for 3. But Peterson unable to throw Montgomery a strike here. The 0 for yesterday actually ended a 9-game hitting streak for Montgomery. There's a good fastball at the knees. Gators, for the first time today, have some action in their bullpen. Alex Philpott, freshman righty, will begin to toss. That one hit hard, and that'll find center field. So Montgomery's got a 2-hit day, and the top 3 hitters have all reached base this inning. And kept
undefeated. A lot of it had to do with that 320 batting average they rolled in with.
So runner on first, and the cleanup man Hayden Schott. Gators will shift on Schott. See Colby Shelton, the Gator shortstop, on the right side of second base.
Hayden Schott, an Ivy Leaguer, transferring over from the Columbia Lions, who were just here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's the new cool thing in college baseball. Aggies have a ton of transfers. Florida State, 3 of the 4 infielders that they had were all transfers on Tuesday night. Gators, of course, got Colby Shelton, who's been a big part of this offense, as that fastball misses off the plate. The ability for these players to do that and certainly jump into the SEC is big for them.
And think about this, too, when you talk about Hayden Schott. I mean, here's a guy from Newport Beach, California. Goes to New York or Columbia. Now he's down to Texas.
Yeah, he's got the whole country covered. West, east, and middle.
Like Jack Kerouac.
Well, that's 4 pitches that weren't even really close. And Alex Philpott continues to struggle. That was his issue on Tuesday night. He walked 4 in just an inning and 2/3.
That's the last thing Sully wanted to see right there. Nobody out. Get runners at first and second. Pressure clearly on, and you got to face a guy like Ted Burton, who's another guy that can crush a baseball. One of the many they have.
Well, and you could see on that last shot what we were talking about in the leadership for Tanner Garrison. I mean, this is a guy that, you know, he'll get up in your face, very similar to what the Gators had in BT Riopel the last couple of years, and certainly what I had at Florida, David Ross being the catcher.
Sure.
I mean, he wasn't scared to tell you a lot of things we can't say on this broadcast to your face.
And Mike Rivera,
sure,
Gator first base coach, when they won the title in 2017, he was that guy behind the plate for the Gators.
But here's Ted Burton, and finally a strike, so whatever Garrison worked. And, you know, I think there's a lot of guys, especially young in their careers, need that. They need, you know, you could hear it sometimes from a coach, and you hear it sometimes maybe too much, but if it's coming from your catcher and a peer, you certainly don't want to disappoint them. And it'll light a fire under you.
And a lot of times they have the pulse and can relate to the immediate feeling of what his teammate has. And sometimes it's not always the Dutch uncle routine. I mean, you could actually go out there and say something funny, make them laugh. Just,
sure.
Depending on, you know, the psyche of that particular pitcher.
And Philpott just can't get the ball up. Trying to be too fine with the ball down in the zone.
Yeah, this is frustrating because there's no defense for this.
And Fisher Jamison has quickly started to toss in that Gator bullpen.
Yeah, he better hurry because it's not looking good right now.
So back-to-back walks here, and Kevin O'Sullivan is going to be on another walk to the mound.
He's already made the move. Called on to do the same thing here.
Tough task, bases loaded, nobody out, and already 2 in for A&M. And the first one misses badly. Jackson Appel had a couple of hits yesterday, switch hitter. Of course, hitting from the left side. And another one that misses.
Yeah, it's going to come to the point where you're going to have to just challenge fastball and hope for the best and just hope he hits it right at somebody. Gators playing in on the corners, double play depth up the middle.
And he finally gets one of those breaking balls over. This was the problem, though, in the loss to the Seminoles. Gators had 9 walks that day. Yeah, you're not going to win many games when you do that. First fastball, and it's not close.
Let's see if they go off speed here at 3-1. As a hitter, I mean, you got bases loaded. You're going to expand your zone because you want to get RBIs.
They did, and it's 3 consecutive walks, and a run will come in for the Aggies because of it.
Yeah, I get why he threw the 3-1 breaking pitch. Hitter's looking to put the ball in play. He was hoping he'd swing over the top of it.
So now the bottom 3 hitters in the order. The DH tonight is Hank Bard. He jumped on the first pitch he saw and hit it sharply to second base. Jamison misses again.
Yeah, Bard's usually the guy they use to catch on Sunday. He's got some pop. say that pretty much about every guy in their lineup.
Jamison gets a big hand from the crowd. Just the second strike he's thrown. And just continues to miss with the off-speed stuff. And Tanner Garrison, you can see him yelling from behind home plate.
Yeah, these are easy takes because they're low out of the hand, and the hitter can make the adjustment and say, that's not going to be a strike, so you don't go after him.
There's a much better one. And that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you got to make a pitch here. You'd hate to have to make a 3-2 pitch because, you know, 3-2, he's probably going to go fastball and the hitter will be on it. So make it here.
Would have been a strike, but spoiled by the DH. Bard is just 2 for his last 15 at the plate, so has been struggling. The average at just 261. Went to the fastball and it missed down in the zone. I almost feel like you have to. You can't afford to walk him again.
Well, you got a challenge, I would think.
They do, and it's hit hard. Nice play by Caglione. He'll go and step on the bag to get an out. And the Gators finally have the first out here in the inning.
Can I tell you something? That was a slider. And that's just telling you, as Cags makes another great play. You just can't say enough about this guy's defense. I mean, everybody talks about his hitting, his pitching. His defense has really shined this year. His defense is as good as his offense and his pitching right now. But nobody talks about defense.
Nope.
That's why I'm talking about it.
Gators will bring the corner infielders in now for Camarillo.
Well, he feels confident in that breaking ball being the pitch that he could throw for a strike.
Camarillo flew to left his first time. He's driven in just 5 all year, as Garrison has to block that one. So a 4-run lead now for A&M. The most they led by yesterday was 3.
I wonder if this guy has a safety squeeze in his arsenal. You would think middle infielder hitting down in the order, it'd be something that.
Yeah, A&M only has 2 sack bunts all year. Two-1 is hit to Shelton at short. Another run will score, but the Gators will get the second out of the inning.
Yeah, work just as good. Productive out. Put it in play. Don't strike out. And playing the defense back tells you the mindset of Kevin O'Sullivan. He said, okay, all right, we're good with being down 5. We think we could score a lot more runs today. But let's face it, I mean, you're sitting here in the 3rd inning and you can't give up much more.
5 spot already. They gave up a 5 spot in the 2nd inning yesterday and won. Now the 9-hole hitter, Caden Kent. He flew to right his first time. No homers on the year. And a good fastball there at the bottom part of the zone.
I wonder what Tanner Jones, the A&M pitcher's been doing. He could have taken the bus back and gotten spot treatments at the hotel.
He had 2 pitching changes in the inning. Runner's going to go, and this one is hit right back up the middle. Shelton has it, though, behind the bag and able to make the play on the run to retire the side. Still have 7 more at bats, though, to claw their way back. And Colby Shelton will hit one a mile high. It's a home run in a silo. But here at the Condren Ballpark, Ali Camarillo has it for out number 1. And just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out.
See, I never did understand that because if you hit it straight up in the silo, it's going to come straight back down.
But it could have some spin to get it out of there.
Could.
Right.
Okay, depending on the wind. I got you.
Yeah, depending on the wind.
Right.
Which it always blows out here, it seems like.
Yeah, Coach Schlossnagle asked me about that. He says, is it always like that here? I said, well, recently.
Yeah, last couple of years.
Never know what the future is going to bring.
Well, and that is what's crazy, because when this ballpark was first made the year after COVID, as Evans swings and misses, the balls didn't travel well, and there was even some conversation about potentially bringing in the fences after year one, but that has definitely changed. And the Gators hit a school record in homers a season ago with 146. Tanner Jones has been much better than his first inning. He's retired 5 in a row. Gators last year won 54 games, 20 of those in SEC play to win the league. School record 54 wins by that guy Kevin O'Sullivan. Evans hits one hard, and that'll find center field to his first knock of the night, and he has now hit in 16 of 17 games this year.
12 for his last 24. They didn't have us do math in broadcast school here at the University of Florida.
No.
So we could figure out 12 for 24. Boy, I tell you, that kid's on fire. And that's what the Gators needed right here. Just break up the streak of all the retired in a row.
So Tyler Shelnut, who got a single his first time, will try to do some damage again.
And you want to get Tanner Jones in that stretch position. With nobody on, he throws his modified stretch position, but now it's a full stretch position.
This will be his 50th pitch. And Shelnut hits it well out into the gap in left center field. Lavalette trying to run it down. He won't, as it hits halfway up the wall. Evans rounding third, and he will put on the brakes after that on a good relay by the shortstop Camarillo. But for the second time tonight, Tyler Shelnut has himself a base knock.
He absolutely smoked that, and you're going to see this ball and almost left the yard. A cement mixer, and that great slow-mo camera we have now can show you the spin of that ball. And Lord Tumbington there just into the wall. Great job by Taylor Black right here, putting on the brakes. He would have been out by a lot at home plate.
Yeah, he was sending them, having them aggressively turn, and then Black did a really nice job coming halfway down the line. And
yeah, and that's what you do as a third base coach. You're always sending them, but then you back up and have the option of stopping them. That was a great read by Taylor Black.
See Taylor Black right there behind Evans as Dale Thomas steps to the plate. Pickoff attempt at third.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. Wow. Can't remember the last time I've seen that at the collegiate level.
Well, here comes Jim Schlossnagle. And he's normally the one to make the pitching changes, so could that be it for Tanner Jones? And in fact will be. So Liam Peterson got knocked out in the third inning, transferred in from Blinn a couple of years ago. Was very good last year, 26 appearances for the Aggies. And the first pitch to Thomas is clobbered down the left field line. That ball is down. 1 run scores. Shelnut rounding third, heading for home. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man. And Dale Thomas jumps all over a first pitch fastball to get the Gators within 3.
He ambushes it down the line. Left on right. And again, this is like a prize fight, trading punches. We saw it last night. Dale Thomas with his second double in as many nights.
So now Tanner Garrison will hit. Off-speed pitch, and that's clobbered, but it'll be foul. home run distance down the left field line. So Thomas jumped on a fastball. Garrison jumped on a breaking ball there. And a little changeup. That's got a chance to fall, and it will. Right off the end of the bat, Montgomery couldn't get it, and that's 4 straight hits for the Gators here in the 3rd inning.
And why is he in the game besides his great catching ability? His lack of strikeouts. Put the ball in play, good things will happen, and that ball finds a home. So that makes up for they always say it evens out in the wash. It makes up for the hard hit balls right at the third baseman last night.
That's right. So now we'll see what the Gators do left on left here with Michael Robertson. Robertson really struggling. He was up there with the bases loaded his first time and flew to center to end the 1st inning. Gets a fastball there and takes it for strike 1.
Well, one thing Robo's got to do here is hit this ball where it's pitched, left on left. Initially, there's a big hole on the left side. Try to go that way.
Could see a squeeze. 0-1. Like it was a hit and run. And Robertson quickly in an 0-2 hole.
And you're cutting and slashing up there now. You're just trying to put it in place somewhere. Get a productive out, at least get the runner to second base.
Robertson got a piece of that changeup. When he was going good at the beginning of the year, a lot of his hits were to left field.
Yeah. Yeah, he was keeping his hands back and filleting it to left. And Texas A&M giving up the run here. Up 3.
Yeah, Robertson very tough to double up. 0-2, got him on a breaking ball. And now there's 2 outs in the inning.
Good pitch. Pulled the head a little bit. But you got a guy up here now. Could tie this thing up in one swing. He's been clutch his entire career, which is only a little over a year. That's how good he's been.
And Curlin comes in very hot. He has homered in 4 of the last 6 games. Hit the homer last night to give the Gators a 7-6 lead. Good breaking ball there for a strike.
He was thinking along those lines there.
Ashton Beck was really good against the Gators last year when Florida traveled to A&M. He went 3 1/3 innings, struck out 5. And he blows a fastball by him for strike 2.
Yeah, I think Cade needs to just shorten it up here as you see Cags on deck. And you know A&M would like to end it right here and not face him. Ashton Beck has not given up a home run all year. As a hitter, you like to see that 0-2 and a nice easy take you don't have to worry about. Now you can refocus.
Curlin hitting .375 this year with runners in scoring position. Big hole to the right side. And he swings and misses at a changeup. They'll have to throw him out, and Appel does. So Ashton Beck comes in.
Motion. Could throw off the hitters.
Plant High School, a lot of former Gator greats made their way to Gainesville from Plant High School.
Oh, yeah.
He'll face the top of the order and miss high to a guy that's had a really good day and a really good weekend, Gavin Grahovac. Doubled and scored in the first, solo homer in the third. And he's quickly down in the count. Robert Sutton has missed on a couple of pitches.
Yeah, you got to challenge him here. You don't want to, but you're going to have to.
But he misses badly.
And it's one of those where Sully's going to have the bullpen working all night long. he's going to probably have to go hitter to hitter from here on out.
Gators have a lot of freshman arms. There's a strike. And they'll all making their first SEC appearances. You see Grayson Smith, another freshman, and then the veteran Blake Purnell. 3-1 is a pop-up. We'll see if there's enough room for Caglione to go over and get it. He's trying to chase it down, and he does. How about that? Well, Nick, you mentioned the defense. So now he's Babe Ruth at the plate, and he's Willie Mays in the field.
This does not get enough attention as far as I'm concerned. Jack Caglione's defense is as good as there is. He's amazing out there. The plays I've seen him make this year, I don't know if I've seen anybody better.
So good job by Satin to come back and get the out. And now he's got a chance for another one as Laviolette grounds one to Curlin for out number 2.
And that really pumps your pitcher up, gets him confidence. You fall behind to the hitter. Cags makes a great play, and let's face it, Satin made a good pitch to get that pop-up. And then one pitch later, you're sitting there with 2 outs. This is huge, and it's that man right there making that play that's setting the tone for this inning.
And he will lead off the bottom of the inning. Well, the Gators can get one more out, but a tough one here in Braden Montgomery. But he gets strike 1. Montgomery's got 2 hits today. Both of those were from the left side, though. Yesterday as a righty, he struggled, did not get a hit. That ended a 9-game hitting streak. 3-run homer, though, for him in the first inning. And the crazy thing about what Montgomery has done this year, first the 1-1, Cags will have another chance to try to run this one down, but it's 6 rows into the stands. Montgomery has only had 2 games this year where he has not driven at least 1 run in. And yesterday was one of them.
Yeah. This is an interesting story. I mean, he came to Texas A&M. Part of the reason is his hitting coach is nearby in Humboldt, Texas. How about the name of Jesse Eisenhower?
1-2 pitch.
And if you're saying, well, wait a minute, his hitting coach, yeah, he's got one at Texas A&M, and he also has a guy that he's been working with since 2021 that's nearby. In fact, he's actually come out and said, I'm going to go back to Stanford to get my degree. I promised my mom. And it's an interesting story, and that's the modern-day player. I mean, you know, he's got his own hitting coach. He's got his college hitting coach. I mean, let's face it, this guy's going to go somewhere in the first round. He is such a talent. But the modern-day player has his own hitting coach.
Yeah, with this day and age and travel baseball and all the facilities, training regimens, a lot of these guys stick with what they know. But it's the same in football. Look at Patrick Mahomes. You know, he's got his own personal trainer. Right. He's got different guys off the field. 2-2, got him. Good job by Satin. And he works a 1-2-3 top. And a ginormous shift on for Jack, who goes the other way with one, but a lazy fly that Laviolette will run down in center field for out number 1. So Cags continues to swing early in the count. It worked in his first at bat. Luke Heyman swung at the first pitch he saw tonight and hit a 3-run homer into the Aggie bullpen. He'll take that one a little bit high. Evan Aschenbeck. Really good year a season ago out of the bullpen.
Yeah, and they're counting on him to give him some length tonight. All right, here's his outings this year. 2 2/3. Inning and a third, 4 innings, 3 2/3 in an inning last week. So he can get you that 3 to 4 inning relief role.
Good change up there for a strike. Yeah, he was primarily a starter at Glenn. 10 of his 11 appearances a couple of years ago were starts, and then an 8-1 record last year in 26 relief appearances. Good take by Heyman.
Yeah, just about base runners. Get base runners. Get the pitcher into a stretch position, full stretch, and go from there.
Heyman not expecting a breaking ball there by any means. Takes it, and the count is full.
Yeah, not a good pitch to swing at, though, either.
And he just gets him with a fastball.
Slowed him down with the breaking ball just from an eye standpoint, and then zipped one by him.
So he has struck out Curlin and now Heyman on those fastballs, and it's one that you can see it stays. It does not come down. And that's the new thing about fastballs. If they can rise like that, it's really hard for these hitters to get them.
Yeah, there's a term for it now. Hoppy. It's a hoppy fastball. Pro people call it that.
Colby Shelton's 0 for 2 tonight. And now he's down 0-2. Had 3 hits last night. Triple shy of the cycle. Average at 343. That breaking ball will be out on the berm.
These fans already came to this ballpark happy. Basketball team getting to the SEC finals, beating Texas A&M today.
Yep, Todd Golden in his second year. 24 wins now on the season. Shelton doesn't chase that fastball.
He's thrown as much as 55 innings in relief this year as Aschenbeck.
Well, he's got command of all 3 pitches, too. That was a good changeup. Got the swing and miss on the slider.
Works. Yeah.
He's already struck out 2 on fastballs. Another changeup.
Yeah, nice job getting a piece of that. You know, with 2 strikes, you're expanding your zone like Shelton did right there. And a lot of times a pitch like that, you're going to swing over the top of it. You stay alive long enough and hope that he makes a mistake.
Jeff Head says he did not go around. Last night's home plate umpire, the crew chief among this group.
The right side of the infield was halfway to the dugout. They thought he swung. Not so fast.
That's a long way to run, too, with that shift. Back to a fastball, and Shelton fouls it off. Going that way. Yeah, it's an easy base hit if he can just put it in fair territory down the line. But the theory is, you know, for a lot of these shifts, you'd rather have that than give up the homer. Shelton do a good job of battling here.
Yeah, this is a great at-bat. And again, the game within the game, you're getting the pitch count up just about halfway to his highest total of 55. As good as he looks, you probably want to get him out sooner than later.
Another 2-2. And this one will be deposited into the gap in right center field. Down and all the way to the wall. Shelton's going to put on the brakes, but a great at bat for a 2-out double.
Fell behind, battled, we talked about. You battle, you battle, you battle till he makes a mistake. And actually, that pitch wasn't that bad. That's just great hitting ability by Shelton going down and getting that pitch.
Yeah, that just shows you how good of a hitter he is.
And now you got to face one of the hottest hitters on the ball club, if not the hottest.
Evans singled his last time.
See, and now you're getting Ashton back in a true set position, too. Now let's see what his pitches do in that scenario. So that's always something you'd like to do, slow the pitcher down. Although these Texas A&M pitchers are pretty deliberate to the home plate. We've seen that the last 2 nights.
Good pitch there under the hands of Evans. Ty has driven in a run in 6 of the last 7 games. He's hit in all but 1 game this year. That's how good he has been. Misses that breaking ball for strike 2. 2 really good pitches by Aschenbeck.
Does he come back?
Yeah, I think you have to.
Triple up on that. Yeah. You got to, as a hitter, you got to make the adjustment and say he might just be doing that to me.
Got him on the changeup, and Evans pulled off on it. So a couple of strikeouts in the inning, and the Gators leave another runner. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. As Hayden shot, will take one up and in. Cleanup man for the Aggies has grounded out and walked and scored. Robert Satin back in for his 2nd inning of work, and his 2nd pitch is strike number 1. Jam job right there, and Dale Thomas will force the lefty off the mound. See, that's one I would just say I'd be yelling louder.
Yeah, well,
and then I'd get in trouble.
Well, that's the one where Kevin O'Sullivan and David Kopp in the bullpen and the dugout are yelling, Thomas, Thomas. They're like, no way. I don't want my pitcher getting near that.
But I guess, see, and this is where I have sort of an issue. So a lot of times if you look at high school pitchers now, and obviously Satin can't say this, but you know, you're probably, if you're pitching at Florida or another big SEC program, you were playing shortstop or first base in high school. So it's not like you don't know how to catch a fly ball.
That's not the issue.
What's the issue?
The issue is in a ball that has that much hang time on it, and you got a guy coming in as opposed to a guy that's coming off the mound that could stumble going back. If the wind blows it on the mound, it's going to be a harder play for that pitcher to make that play based on what's going on with the elements, whereas the third baseman or first base will be a lot easier coming in on it.
All right, fair enough. And I get that on a really high fly ball. This pitch just misses from Satin.
Of course, not your great talents as an athlete withstanding here. Obviously, you know you can get it. But no, that's why. I mean, you don't want your pitcher stumbling around a mound calling for balls. Most pitchers don't have your athletic ability. That's right.
3-2 pitch, got him. Good backdoor breaker by Satin, and he has retired all 5 guys he's faced.
Nice job right there on the frame by Garrison. Stole a call.
Now Jackson Appel. Yeah, and you could definitely tell the value that Tanner Garrison has brought behind the plate these last couple of days. Just from the standpoint of being that guy that gets up in your face, can talk, encouraging. You see him pumping his fist to the pitchers.
Well, early on, I mean, Sully told me we got 3 catches. This guy is our best defensive catcher. And you get in the SEC wars, and Sully, he's a former catcher. He ought to know, this you want to go with your best guy behind the plate. sometimes at that particular position, you have to give up some offense.
Sure.
Because it means you could save way more runs back there with good catching than the opposite.
Well, 2-out walk will not make Kevin O'Sullivan happy.
It will not. And the kid Bard coming up is a kid that's got some power, and you got to make sure you make good pitches to him.
He's the DH today. Got a couple of ground outs, but one of them effective and drove in a run. Kevin O'Sullivan quickly out of the dugout now, trying to fix this. Well, you look at, played once in 1992 and then not again till 2006. And then sporadically after that. And of course, you're adding 2 more teams to the SEC next year. That'll make it even harder to play all of them.
Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma coming in, and Aggies have played Texas and beat them this year.
That fastball just missed. Bard's just a .250 hitter, has homered once. There's a strike. Seth Buckminster, the home plate umpire tonight. Satin trying to hang a second consecutive 0. No team has been able to do that tonight, as that one just misses.
It did just miss.
That one didn't. And a good spot to bring the count full. So Kaggs will now play behind the runner at first. Appel, the catcher, will get going on the pitch.
You got to play no doubles defense in the outfield right now, too.
That one just missed again. And it's back-to-back walks to bring up the Aggie shortstop. Blake Purnell is throwing in the Gator bullpen, a right-hander. Camarillo is 0 for 2 tonight, but did drive in a run with a grounder to short last time. That one is behind him. And all of a sudden, after 2 quick outs, back-to-back walks and put 2 guys in a scoring position.
And in fairness to Satin, I mean, some of his pitches were borderline. It just didn't go his way. I mean, it's not like he's all over the place. Now, that pitch, obviously, was not good. I can just put him on, create a force at each base here with 2 outs.
Yeah, you've got the lefty in the 9-hole.
And this is a huge at-bat coming up here.
Gators left the bases loaded in the first inning. It was a single and 2 walks that brought up the 9-hole hitter Robertson, and he flew to center. So the same exact situation here with the 9-hole hitter, and the bags full of red Aggie jerseys tonight. And that one back our way on a fastball running into under the hands of Kent.
Ken coming in right now. He's hitting .308. He's got a .500 on base percentage. Not sure what Sarsdale's asking for here. Was he looking to see that maybe he hit his glove on that swing? Not sure what else he could be asking for here.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Looks like Jeff Head's microphone is not working.
Yeah, I did not see any bat to glove contact in that replay. And with these slow motion cameras that we're using now, it's going to be easier to see things like that.
And with his distinct shot, it's again time to tell you why umpires shouldn't be wearing pleated pants. So it looks like trying to fix the microphones. Now you've got Javaro January trying to mess with his earpiece too.
Calling the field foul ball. I'm not sure what that means, because obviously it was a foul ball. I mean, I'm thinking the only thing you're going to review here is contact with the bat and the glove. Plain to see it was a foul ball.
So with it being SEC play, the replays all now go to Birmingham. No longer under the hood, so to speak. Because even if Saucega was arguing that it hit him, it doesn't matter if he swung.
Yeah, he offered it to pitch. I mean, you swing at a ball and hit you, it's a foul ball.
Well, here comes the decision, if we can hear it. Yeah, no catcher's interference if you could read his lips.
Okay, yeah.
So the microphone's still not working. That's what they were trying for.
I mean, it's the only thing I thought they could possibly looking for,
but it also is almost like a timeout.
Yeah, it froze the pitcher.
Yep. So it's a good spot to do it. Satin throwing from the windup. Misses to even up the count. Kent comes into this one with a 5-game hitting streak. He had an RBI single early on yesterday. That one right off the end of the bat. Thomas in foul territory will go over and make the catch to retire that with Shelnut, Dale Thomas, and Tanner Garrison. Shelnut able to check his swing on a first pitch fastball.
And Jeff, we're just halfway through, and what we're not going to see tonight, we're not going to see a Cortez or a Neely.
Yep.
And what I mean by that is two really good relief pitchers that threw multiple innings and were very effective, one from each side. They will not be available tonight.
Shelnut's had a good day, 2 for 2. And a good take there. Aschenbeck has been very good out of the bullpen. Inning and 2/3 scoreless so far with no walks and 4 strikeouts. He's only thrown 7 balls and 25 strikes. And there's another one. Shelnut chases up and out of the strike zone.
Yeah, came in and faced Dale Thomas back in the 3rd, gave up a double, a single, then got a couple of strikeouts. And last inning got the first 2 outs and ran into some trouble and struck out Evans to end the inning.
And he strikes out Shelnut too. All 3 pitches for Aschenbeck have been working. He got Evans on a changeup to end the 4th, and now gets Shelnut on a changeup to start the 5th.
Yeah, there's that off speed once again. Effective pitch from Mr. Aschenbeck.
Yeah, he started things off to Dale Thomas by throwing him a fastball. Thomas tried to bunt his way on there.
I love that idea too, because third baseman was playing way back. He just didn't angle his bat. And what I mean by that, keep it at a 45-degree angle on contact. But I love the idea.
Tried it again, and that one missed everything. Well, the catcher couldn't see it. The bat looked like got right in the eyes of
everybody.
Adell, and nobody knew what was going on. That one right into the shift. Camarillo has it. The Aggie shortstop throw a little high, but Burton able to keep his foot on the bag for the second out. So 2 years now, Gators haven't been able to do any damage off Aschenbeck. Here's Tanner Garrison with 2 outs. That one hit out to right. Montgomery drifting over towards the line, and he's got it in fair territory to retire the side. So tonight, this will already be the 4th time. And Gavin Grahovac has been very good. The freshman has doubled and homered. Smith had only given up 1 run in his first 5 appearances, but gave up 2 the other day to Florida State. Back-to-back fastballs, and Grahovac fouls that one off. He has now driven in a run in 7 straight games for the Aggies, and that's coming from a leadoff man. 1-1 pitch is in there for strike 2.
Yeah, I talked about it. I mean, here's a guy that really can hit the baseball. 463 footer he hit on Tuesday.
There's that splitty, and it works to the tune of a strikeout. Just the 3rd time an Aggie has struck out today, but a good start to the SEC slate for the Gator right-hander.
Yeah, and you can see them just tumbling on that great shot of the slow motion of that splitter. How it just tumbles down, and that's an effective pitch.
Now Jace Yavilet, and a breaking ball in there for strike 1.
You know, we call him Lord Tubbington, and it's funny. It's like, well, they embrace that. It's actually in their media guide. They told us that this is, you know, today we look at their notes, and he's listed as that in the notes. And that's the nickname his teammate Hayden Schott gave him.
Yeah, it's become a big deal there in College Station. That one in there for strike 2.
Yeah,
No.
he was like you were right. He originally called him a Teletubby, and then it became Lord Tubbington.
So the 1-2 spiked into the ground. Yeah, I think you've got the characters in the locker room. Bunch of things happening with it.
Do you know your Teletubbies?
I don't. I was
Tinky Winky,
too young for that.
Dipsy, Lele, and Poe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would have not guessed any of them. Now, if you ask me like He-Man and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters, I'd probably be pretty good at that.
Trust me, I had to research that. I didn't have that off the top of my head. And you cannot let Texas A&M get any more tack-on runs.
The 2-2. Fastball hit right into the shift. Curlin has it on a couple of hops and will throw him out for out number 2.
That's 2 big outs right there. You got a 3rd one to get, though.
Montgomery, a couple of hits today. 3-run homer in the first, and then singled and scored in the 3rd. And that knocked out Liam Peterson, the Gator starter today. Peterson went 2 full innings. He gave up 5 hits and 6 runs to the 12 batters he faced. He only threw 35 pitches. Smith has missed on a couple here. Another chopper to second. No problem for Curlin. And no problem in this SEC thing for Grayson Smith. Partner tonight hyped him up pregame, and he had to live up to it. Jalen Guy's going to hit for Michael Robertson. Robertson left 5 guys on base in his 2 at-bats. Guy is able to take a breaking ball for strike 1. Guy started yesterday and got a couple of singles. Also walked, so was on base 3 times. Transferred from Liberty. Has got his average up to 294 now. 5 for 17 on the year.
It's the 3rd inning he has started, and yet to relinquish a leadoff runner on base.
A lot of the fans not happy with that changeup being called strike 2.
Robert Sattin's in the dugout going, hey, wait a minute.
Aschenbeck has been very effective. Fastball in the low 90s. Changeup. Breaking ball, and he's been in control with all 3 pitches. You see just 12 balls on the entire night so far.
The most he's thrown this year is 55 pitches in a game.
Guy hit it well, but right at Montgomery, who will catch it for out number 1. Well, now these Gator hitters will get their second crack at Aschenbeck. Curlin struck out the first time he faced him.
And this is one of those, your role right now, get on base. If he comes inside, go ahead and take one again for the team. Just over swinging here his last 2 ABs.
Yeah, that was big hack.
I know he's hit a lot of grand slams, but he can't hit one here, so just put it in play.
Struck out on a high fastball his last time. A couple of good takes there after the big swing.
Going to throw a dozen balls here in this at bat.
Got him on the changeup. So that's 3 straight strikeouts for Cade Curlin. He has the hat trick tonight.
Little pitchfork grip there on that changeup. And you can see the swing, not the kind you want on an off speed like that.
Caglione swung at the first pitch he saw from Aschenbeck, and he flew to center. See what he gets this time. Lays off of a breaking ball. Caglione with a hard single through the shift back in the first inning. Has also grounded out, and then that fly out. And they're going to say that that's a fair ball.
Wow. Caglione saying it hit.
Grayson Smith back to work as we start the 7th inning here on SEC opening weekend. Aggies trying to even up the series. And they have an 8-5 lead as their cleanup hitter, Hayden Schott, who was 0 for 2 tonight, takes strike 1. Gators have had a lot of freshmen on the bump today, and the last couple have been good. Robert Sattin, 2 scoreless, hitless innings, and now Grayson Smith will try to do the same after retiring the top 3 hitters in the order an inning ago. Here's the 0-2 to Schott, and he got him on that splitty. And the leadoff man back to the dugout here for the Aggies.
Well, what we're seeing right here is the young Gator pitching. Nice splitter, as you said, and that's his go-to pitch. Doing a nice job towing the line in hopes that the Gator offense could come up with something. But the way Aschenbeck's throwing, you got to figure out something soon. It's starting to get late.
Yeah, nobody warming up in that Aggie bullpen. As Ted Burton, who's 0 for 2, will step to the plate. Good off-speed pitch there, and that'll even up the count at a ball and a strike.
Grayson's hat's staying on tonight.
Yeah. Must have got a haircut.
That's impressive. You got a guy out there throwing 94, and he can mix it up with the off-speed that he possesses. It's a nice combination.
Yeah, back to that off-speed pitch, and it worked. Well, the Gator pitching has certainly been the issue. You look at the series, even though they swept Columbia, earned run average was about 5. Down in Miami, they won 2 out of 3, but earned run average was about 6. And another splitty for a strikeout. He has struck out 3 of the 5. And then St. Mary's, Gators win 2 out of 3, but earned run average was over 6. So it's nice to see these freshmen settling down.
The splitter tumbling down nicely right there. And that's how you get yourself in the Kevin O'Sullivan circle of trust, having an outing like this.
And there was a guy for Kevin O'Sullivan last year that was pretty good with that split finger. Urson Waldrop, a first-round draft pick.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Appel, the hitter. And he's quickly down to the count 0-2.
Let's see if he goes split here. Robert Satin did a nice job, too, the freshman.
He did, and Appel spoiled it. Appel's one of the hardest guys to strike out, though. Very pesky hitter. Fouls off a lot of pitches. He has only struck out 4 times all year in 45 at bats. 0-2 is spiked.
And that's in 58 plate appearances. So
yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, switch hitter. Smith ready for the 1-2, and it's fly to right, hit pretty well. Evans right on the edge of the track will leap and not get it. It's off the corner of the wall. It'll ricochet all the way back to Jalen Guy. So it'll be a triple for Appel. The ball's dropped, but he didn't see it. So thankfully for the Gators, that ball did not leave the yard.
Well, that was an interesting play right there. It went in the cranny of the outfield. There's nooks and there's crannies. And that ball just, he was in a weird spot. He jumped up and just missed it. Hit off the top of the wall.
Well, I think now Jim Schlossnagle wants to
see if it left the yard. Replay. Yeah.
And it looked like Evans saw it pretty well. He got back to the wall, and then he took a step forward.
Well, we're going to get some looks at it here. We'll see exactly what ended up happening. I'm sure that's what they're talking about. Did the ball leave the yard or not?
It seemed like that angle messed him up.
And it's obviously not standard. Yeah, he just, I don't know if he mistimed his jump, but.
Well, he found the wall, then took a step forward.
And that's what got him.
Yep.
Well, the ball is in play. I mean, we could tell them right now they're wasting their time, but they don't know that yet.
And Evans has done such a nice job. He's actually been in SportsCenter's top 10 this year for defensive play made diving in Miami.
But you're right. I mean, he had it measured, and he came in, and then once he went back, that's when it clearly went beyond his glove.
Fans are getting a look at it now on the scoreboard, and pretty obvious that it didn't leave the yard.
And look, in fairness to Jim Schlotznagle, I mean, yeah,
he's laughing. He knows.
Well, I know, but yeah, he didn't look at 4 of those replays before he went out and challenged it. So he's doing his job. He's doing what he thinks is right. And he's going to go ahead and challenge that ball leaving the yard just in case, because it's a shadowy area out there. So if you're seeing that live from the dugout, believe me, you're not sure if that didn't hit something outside and come back in.
The batter runner to third base.
So a 2-out triple for Appel. And now the DH Hank Bard will hit.
I would have challenged it if I was Schlotznagle, that's for sure. Because you don't see 4 replays before you have to make the challenge. I mean,
sure.
The clock's ticking. You got to get out there and make that challenge.
So Smith will go to the stretch for the first time tonight. Bard's 0 for 2, but he did drive in a run on a hard hit ball to Caglione. Jack made a nice play diving to his right and stepped on the bag. Well, he's laid off a couple of off-speed pitches here.
You got a base open and a 8-hole hitter on deck, so you don't have to do a straight challenge here if you don't have to.
And they don't.
Getting on first base, you also set up a force. So probably not a bad idea here. Just pitch around them or just put them on.
Well, I think the home plate umpire might have thought that he was just trying to walk him, and that one was pretty close.
Splitter.
Strike.
Did it cross? See, that's the thing. When you watch a game and you see something like that, it crosses home, but it's not like the catcher's mitt is exactly right at home plate. He's a few inches behind, so it could actually cut the corner and then hit the catcher's glove and be to the mind's eye or the view of the viewer look like a ball, but it actually crossed the corner of the plate.
Yeah, and that's what's hard. Some of these umpires, they set up on one side of the plate, and then you may miss some of that. So now, Ali Camarillo. And that's 5 straight wide ones after the triple for Grayson Smith.
But you do have a force at second here with the runner at third, so something good may have come out of that. The bad side or the downside is now you got to hold a runner on and it exposes the right side if Camarillo decides to shoot the ball that way. And that's what the base on balls did right there. Opens up that whole right side where Caglione would have been back playing a normal defensive position.
Smith has not thrown a fastball here. Camarillo hasn't driven in a run in now 7 straight games. He's only got 6 ribbies on the year. A guy you got to go after. That one's fouled off for strike 2. Again, they threw him the splitty.
Splitty was up, but it was out of the zone, and it looked too good to lay off of it. Camarillo fought it off for a foul ball. Now let's see if he comes back with the splitter to get Camarillo to swing over it. Always pressure on the catcher. Garrison to block that splitter in the dirt with the runner at third, 2 out.
Fastball, and that one is a little low. Look at Smith, and look at Garrison. Kevin O'Sullivan all over it as well.
Wow, it looked like it caught the corner. It's a tough pitch to take up there in that scenario.
Unless he thought it was low. But he didn't call the previous one at the knees. 3-2 pitch. Got him that time. Smith ends up striking out. Texas A&M and Florida. Aggies lead at 8-5. Luke Heyman will lead things off and miss a changeup. Gators been doing a lot of that off of Evan Aschenbeck. He has struck out 6 over 3 2/3 innings.
And that donut in the walk column is showing you how his command has been impeccable tonight.
Well, he's very similar to Cortez yesterday. Cortez came in and walked a couple of guys in that first inning and then just found a groove. That struck out 7 in a row. The Gators finally got to him at about this point. So we'll see if they can do that. That one popped up. Shallow right field. Kent going out. And the second baseman likes to do that. He went to the ground twice on fly balls yesterday and hauls that one in for out number 1.
Yeah, it looked like it was in the Bermuda Triangle and wind blowing around out there. But another forced pop-up. Nice job by Aschenbeck.
Here's Colby Shelton. Shelton doubled off of Aschenbeck his last time. Really good at bat. Fouled off 5 pitches before lining a breaking ball into right center field. It was his first hit of the night.
This is uncharted waters this year for Aschenbeck as far as pitch count is concerned.
Yeah, this will be number 60. And it's fouled off. Ole Miss destroyed South Carolina today, 12-3. Kentucky beat Georgia again, 9-3 after beating Georgia yesterday. Vandy was all over Auburn today, beat them 13-5. And Arkansas shut out Missouri.
And Gator fans, just be proud that you live in Gainesville, because that Kentucky game, there wasn't a whole lot of people there. It was like 40-something degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, never fun to go to Lexington early on in the SEC slate. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled off. I remember making a start there, and I'm looking around, and I'm thinking it's raining.
Yeah.
It's snow flurries coming down.
That's right. For some reason, when I play, we always play them at the end of the year up there. So they never got to see that.
Chilly spot for sure. And another good at bat here by Shelton. We'll see who wins it.
And Keith Madison,
yeah,
longtime coach there, was his argument was always that college baseball should even out for teams like him and start the season a little bit later, because back then they were starting like late January.
Yep. Another 2-2 pitch coming to Colby Shelton. And a good take for ball 3.
I mean, Gators just drastically here need base runners. I mean, Aschenbeck has been so good.
And the Gators are going to get one. Tried to throw him a 3-2 changeup, and it was just off the plate. So Shelton reaches for the second time off of Aschenbeck.
And I can understand that too, because everything he's been throwing all night's been working.
He struck out the next 2 guys, Evans and Shelnut, on that changeup.
And if Evans could get on here, that would bring Shelnut up, representing the tie run.
But Evans has had problems with that pitch.
Yeah, just
as
pulling
well.
off. Yeah, if you're Evans right now, you got to make the adjustment. You got to think right side. Doesn't mean you can't pull a hanger, but you can't pull off these pitches.
And he keeps doing it.
Yeah, and they're going to just live out there until he shows them he can hit that pitch. And I think Chuck Girolamo is going to just remind them of what they're trying to do to him and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. I mean, they're working you away. You're pulling off everything. You've got to keep your head in, keep your shoulder in, and make the adjustment.
Well, you see Chuck Girolamo telling Ty Evans to slow down, relax, and also making some comments to the home plate umpire to allow Ty Evans to get in the box and let him see it. So that's what A&M has done. They're pitching differently with guys on base, a lot quicker than when nobody's on base. Evans got a fastball and hit it pretty well out to left center field, and it's off the bottom of the wall. I have no idea why they threw him a fastball, but Ty was ready for it.
And here it comes. Straight challenge right down the middle. They've been working him away. He's been pulling off, and he stays right on this thing and barely stays in the ballpark.
Well, that's going to get Aschenbeck out of the ballpark, or at least into his dugout. Hey. Shelnut has two teammates in scoring position as that fastball is off the plate. Single and a double tonight for Shelley. Has now hit in 8 of the last 10 games. Get his average up to 297. And that slider way off the plate. Stewart started his collegiate career at Texas, and he's now in his second year in College Station. Slider misses for ball 3 as Dale Thomas lurks in the on-deck circle.
Well, the Sully Green line him here, knowing that he's the potential tie run if you're sitting on fastball.
He did, and he got a slider.
I get the green light. I mean, you got a guy that can tie the game in one swing. Why not?
Shelnut hit a 3-run homer yesterday. If he does it again here, it would tie the game. Another slider misses. So the bags are going to be full for Dale Thomas, who's already driven in 2 tonight with a double.
And a guy that has the ability to knock one out of the ballpark, for sure.
Pitching coach back to the mound.
That conversation started halfway between the foul line and the mound by Coach Weiner.
So Gators have now the tying run on base. Go ahead run at the plate. Thomas does have a 4 RBI day this year. That was the Saturday game against Miami. It was his best game as a Gator. He homered that day and just missed another homer, flying to the wall in straightaway center field.
He had 18 home runs at Coastal Carolina. So you know he can go long ball. He's done it twice this year. And let me tell you something. If he goes yard, you talk about a guy who's going to run around the bases like a wild man. This is the guy.
Stewart can't throw a strike with that slider. And you see that Gator bench at the top of their railing. Good fastball there. 94 on the black.
And that's a pitch Gator hitters can handle. They see it week in, week out in this conference. So if they're sitting on 94, they can turn it around.
Thomas hitting 273 with runners in scoring position. Gets that slider again. and fouls it off.
That slider had a little bit more of the plate, I think, than Stewart wanted.
This is his first at bat with the bases loaded this year.
And one would think if slider's his pitch, he'd probably try to start at outer third and see if Thomas will chase.
There it is again, and he didn't.
That pitch was low out of the hand, so it was an easy take for Thomas, and that's a mental break for the hitter right there.
Two and two. And he got him on the slider. That one was over the middle part of the plate. Thomas just missed it.
That's exactly right. That's probably not where that pitch was supposed to go. And that thing is just hanging right down the middle, and you can see Thomas with the big swing just pulling off it.
Yeah, eyes were not on the baseball whatsoever.
So he got away with one there.
So Tanner Garrison will have to try to pick up his teammates. But he misses the slider too.
I mean, you got to think right side. Again, just like we were talking about last inning with Evans, doesn't mean you can't pull the ball if he hangs one, but you got to think right side with all these sliders.
Lays off of that one. Garrison does have a bloop single today. That was back in the third inning. He's also walked. Gators left the bases loaded in the first. Trying not to do it here in the seventh.
Be a great spot for 2-out RBIs. RBIs win you games. 2-out RBIs win you championships. Huge at bat for Mr. Garrison here in his Gator uniform.
Got a fastball, and that was really good on the outer part of the plate.
And that's what I'm saying. Hitters right here should be looking away because everything's going away.
Slider again, and that's a great job by Josh Stewart. Sullivan. Robert Satin, 2 scoreless innings. Grayson Smith, 2 scoreless innings, and he'll try to get another one here as he faces the bottom part of the Aggie order and throws strike one to the 9-hole hitter, Caden Kent. Kent 0 for 3 tonight. Trying to extend a 5-game hitting streak. And he gave up on that splitty and caught the top part of the zone. Here's the 0-2, and he got him again. That splitty was dirty, and Garrison will throw him out.
Yeah, he has looked outstanding tonight. Again, the guy can get way more opportunities after what he's done this evening. Garrison, nice job digging it out, then making the good throw.
5 strikeouts now for him.
And so important here that you keep them with only 8 runs because Texas A&M has a good closer in the bullpen that we have not seen in the last 2 nights, and that's Shane Sadeo. He's the guy that really can get it up there on the back end.
There's a strike. Gators have out-hit the Aggies by 3 tonight, but have left the bases loaded on 2 different occasions. Aggies got the bases loaded, nobody out, and didn't get hits to bring them in, but they put the ball in play. Ground balls brought in a couple of runs, and that's a big difference right now in the game. That one at the top of the zone for strike 2. So a big pitch coming to the freshman to freshman, and the Gator freshman wins it. Strikes out Grahovac for the 2nd time, and that is now 6 strikeouts. He's never had more than 2 in a game this year.
And it's the splitter once again. Grahovac way out in front.
So 2 outs now for Jace Laviolette. Longest Smith has ever gone. Now 2 2/3. And by far the most amount of strikeouts. Laviolette, a solo homer, just snuck inside the left field foul pole and onto the berm. That was back in the 3rd inning. Smith went 2 1/3 at Stetson, scoreless. So now a career high in innings pitched. He misses there though for ball 3, and you don't want to put Laviolette on to face the guy on deck. Back in the count. A couple of good pitches to bring it full.
And, you know, he's feeling that split. I wouldn't be surprised if he just says, okay, here's another one. Try to hit it.
Did, but it was down in the dirt. So same thing as an inning ago. Smith struck out the first 2 guys, but then gave up the triple and the walk. Kevin O'Sullivan on the top step. And looks like he's coming to the mound. Who has homered a 3-run shot in the first and singled. Will step to the plate. Does not have a hit though as a righty this weekend. And Menendez throws him strike 1. Menendez has made the 3 appearances at Miami, against UCF, and against Florida State. So he's been there against some pretty quality opponents. And he's quickly ahead, 0-2.
Snapped a little slider in on him. I want to stay away from Montgomery, though. No mistakes down the middle.
Well, the pitch clock is about to run out. He's got to hurry. Good job by Tanner Garrison back there. He recognized the clock.
Yeah, and you're allowed a disengagement, and there you go. It was smart play by the catcher. And it was funny. He was telling him I need that. He couldn't get the signals right in his ear. He was holding onto his hat.
0-2 pitch just missed off the plate.
Wow. That pitch was perfect. The zone has been tight tonight.
That was 94 on what looked like the black.
I think it's working its way back in, too. That might have been a couple inches off the plate, but what a pitch right there.
Well, Menendez again has to hurry. And that one down in the dirt.
It's really fun watching Garrison work back there behind the plate.
Yeah, just he's in control. Understanding, good recognition. He wants him to bury something. And he did make a really nice pitch. Thomas has it and fires over across. So the freshman relievers, Armando Albert will pinch hit for Jalen Guy at the bottom part of the order. Third different guy in the 9-hole today as a senior will get an at bat.
That's one of those where you don't get out of the way of those. You let them hit you, especially in the foot area.
Well, and Josh Stewart was so effective to right-handed hitters. Kevin O'Sullivan wanted to get a lefty in there. and try to take that pitch away, but that was again a good slider. Struck out both Thomas and Garrison to end the 7th with the bases loaded.
You've got to put it in play somewhere. That's got to be your mindset here. Shorten up, go with it wherever it is.
That slider right over the middle part of the plate.
He was out in front of it. Yeah, he hung it. And he's hung a few and gotten away with a few.
He has. The one to Thomas, especially on the strikeout.
Yeah.
Albert 6 for 20 on the year. He's been a very patient hitter, too. He's walked 7 times, been hit 3 times. Been on base a bunch. And he could have got hit right there, and he's upset with himself that he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you got right now, you know, off speed, you got to get on base, and jumping out of the way of those, just let those hit you sometimes, especially the score right now dictates.
3-2 pitch, and he spoiled the fastball.
Well, I'll be forgotten if he can work his way on anyway. So the transfer from FAU out of Blinn Jesuit High School down in Dade County.
Spoiled that slider.
Well, he's a veteran guy. He's giving you a good at-bat right here.
He's played a lot of baseball. And he got him with a fastball. Good job right there by Josh Stewart. He has struck out 3 straight Gators. And it looked like Albert was looking off speed there. He just was tardy on it. Very awkward swing.
Yeah, just straight challenge with the 3-2.
So Curlin trying to avoid the golden sombrero. He has struck out his last 3 times. And there you see the difference on that slider to righties. He throws it a little bit harder, more of the sweeper coming across the plate. I think it's harder for these right-handed hitters too, Nick, because you've got a guy that's set up on the far third base side of the rubber.
Yeah.
So it's coming across the plate now.
Yeah, he's coming from way behind the hitter, it looks like, if you're right on right. And by doing that, you're going to give up on the slider.
Yep.
And then the slider that looks like it's over the plate, you're going to end up chasing after it. And we've seen him do that to get swings and misses. He's really working that side.
I wasn't going to give Curlin a fastball.
Yeah. He's obviously got a feel for that slider 3-0.
Went back to it again.
Yeah, Cade has got to get himself on base right here. And Kaggs can't tie it up, but you got enough firepower behind Kaggs. That caught a pill.
So after falling behind 3-0, he's back to 3-2. Struck out Albert on a 3-2 fastball. And you see the difference with the last 3 sliders, too. He hasn't tried to throw it as much sweep across the plate. So it's
he's not
2 different pitches.
Yeah, well, with 3-2, he can't afford to get the chase on it because if you hold up, it's ball 4. He's giving you a little bit of chance to go after it and throw it more in the zone with the 3-2. He's got a 3-run lead, so why not, right?
Yeah. That one back up the middle, and that's going to find center field. So Curlin's got a 7-game hitting streak. And the Gators have a 1-out base runner.
Get on any way you can, and that's a great job. Takes the at-bat and a slider as well.
Kaggs goes the other way with one. And that's going to be down the left field line. Curlin will put on the brakes. But Caglione gets his second hit, now 2 for 5. And Heyman will have a chance to do what he did in the first inning and tie this game up with a 3-run homer.
You know, I know the fans were probably upset that Curlin didn't get third base, but you can't be cute right here. You got the tie run coming to the plate, a guy that can do it in one swing. The last thing you want to do is have a 50-50 play at third base.
Yeah, Cags hit it so hard that it gets on those outfielders quick. Heyman 0 for his last 3. Took a fastball right down the middle. So he challenged Cags with a fastball, and he challenged Heyman right there with a fastball.
He's given up 1 home run. It was his last outing last Sunday.
Gators have had a lot of base runners. They've already left 9 on tonight, including the bases loaded twice. That breaking ball just misses.
And you can see he's got some nasty stuff. Slider and cutter at 88. That pitch looked like it was a cutter.
That one right to the shortstop. 6, 4, and 3 to retire the side. Pitcher's best friend ends another. Nobody has scored since the 3rd inning in this one. And the cleanup man will get things started. Lining one past Dale Thomas at 3rd. Shelnut will grab it quickly, but Hayden Schott will have his first hit of the night.
Yeah, he's been kind of quiet this weekend. He's a guy they count on in the middle of that lineup. That was his first hit of the series.
So there you see it. First 3 innings, Aggies came out hot. 5-14, Gators 7 of 16, and then just 6 hits.
Saw Hayden Schott right there having a conversation with Caglione. He is Mr. Personality, I'm told, by everybody from the Aggies. Probably telling Caglione about, hey, tell me how can you hit it as hard as you do? Are you really human?
Burton's 0 for 3 today at the plate. Menendez misses on a changeup. Yeah, crazy to think all those runs were scored early, and then the teams combined 6 for 35.
Yeah, you get in the bullpen, and all of a sudden everything stops. Moral of the story is get her early tomorrow, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll want to see Jack Caglione on the mound. Texas A&M is going to counter with a lefty of their own and Justin Lampkin, who's got an earned run average under 1. Menendez's 1-2 is pop foul. Burton has struck out his last 2 times up. Menendez trying to get the first strikeout of his Gator career.
Ooh. Nice back foot try right there.
Really no lead for Schott. He'll inch a few steps more away from the bag for the 2-2 pitch, and that changeup down in the dirt. Well, all of a sudden the count's now full, and you can't afford to give up any more if you're the Gators here in the 9th.
Yeah, an obligatory throw over there just in case Schott decides to run 3-2. I mean, the beauty of having a 3-run lead is you can do stuff like that.
Not going. And we'll do it again.
Shot on the air has not attempted a stolen base. If you do send him here, it would be to stay out of a double play.
And Menendez lost him. So we'll see what Kevin O'Sullivan does now. Appel coming up, switch hitter.
You mentioned it. This ordinarily could be a possible bunt situation, but as you alluded to earlier, only 2 sacrifices on the year.
Yeah, and Appel does not have one of them. Gators, though, expecting bunt. They've got the corner infielders in, middle infielders back. Kevin O'Sullivan would rather have Appel hit as a righty. And there's a good fastball for strike one. But as we mentioned last time, Appel almost impossible to strike out. Over 50 at bats this year. He's only struck out 4 times. Chops that one into the ground. It'll be snagged for strike 2. Appel has not grounded into a double play either. One o'clock tomorrow for the finale of those 2 lefties we just talked about. We'll have it here on SEC opening weekend for you. That guy will be on the mound. And Jack Caglione has been very good. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Stop again by Garrison. Well, Garrison wanted the ball down, and that's where it was thrown.
You don't want this to escalate 3-2, so got to make a pitch here.
Well, Menendez misses again, so same thing we saw with Burton. Got ahead of him 1-2. Schwarzenegger. Not wanting something. They're going to put a pinch runner out at second base. It's going to be Caden Sorrell, the freshman. We saw pinch hit late in the game yesterday. Well, big pitch coming right here. Another 3-2 offering. Menendez got the ground ball, but it found left field, and that pinch runner is going to be held up. So you put him in the game because of his speed, and then you hold him up.
But I understand the play. Nobody out.
So Appel, 2 more. Gators will have that infield come in. And the first pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Purnell was not good against the Aggies in early May last year. He threw a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, and 4 earned runs. Aggies took 2 out of 3 last year up in College Station. Gators trying to at least return the favor this year at home. That one chopped into the ground, but it's foul.
And of course, the Gators do play that infield in. I mean, you have to. I mean, you're in a point of the game right now, you can't give up any more runs. So you roll the dice and hope you get that ground ball somewhere in the infield and get that force out at home plate.
Well, that's what Purnell's job is. And what he normally does when he's on is get those ground balls. He's up on Binder up 1-2, and he got him. Chased the fastball up in the zone, and there's out number one.
That's a nice pitch right there. He started working off speed stuff, and then 91 ends up looking like 95 to the hitter.
We got 8 and 9 in the order now due up. Gators are going to move the middle infielders back and try to get a double play. First pitch right through there to Ali Camarillo.
And again, I don't know middle infield. I don't know if he can bunt, but safety squeeze with the pinch runner that can run at third base with one out. Something that might work.
Just have the force at the plate as opposed to the tag. It's maybe a little easier. But yeah, if you get it down, either way, there's not a lot of plays that happen at the plate if a good executed squeeze.
Yeah.
Well, Purnell's ahead 0-2. Camarillo has grounded into one double play this year. That one just missed off the plate. Wasn't much of an argument from Garrison, so must have been off.
Tough pitch to take, but the base is loaded. Two strikes.
Here's the 1-2. Down on the ground again, but that's going to find right field. Little seeing eye single is going to score 2. And Ali Camarillo had not driven in a run in the last 7 games. Has 3 RBIs tonight from the 8-hole. Just a good job of hitting.
It's a nice job keeping his hands back inside outs at the right field. 2 big tack-on runs right there.
So the borderline strike that wasn't called extends the at bat and extends the lead for Texas A&M. Now Caden Kent from the 9-hole. Chopped that one foul. The Tiger Gator dugout claiming that he was out of the box.
Yeah, if he's out of the box, he's out. If he's in the box, which it looks like right there,
We
it's
fouled
just a
it
foul
down,
ball.
started to run, and then that's when it hit him.
Yeah, still in the box though.
That one hit hard, but a chance for 2. Curlin to Shelton on to Kaggs for the 4-6-3 twin killing. And that will, and we'll play right field. Left on left matchup, and Colby Shelton will take strike 1.
I'm going to add a little drama to this inning.
Okay.
If we end up, if my math is correct, and I think it is, if we see Jack Caglione up in this inning, he would represent the winning run. So there you go.
That would have to get a bunch of guys to the plate.
A bunch, yes.
Kaggs would be the 8th guy to hit this inning. Here's the 0-2. And it's just off the plate.
Just something to think about.
Yeah. I mean, Lloyd Christmas had a 1 in a million chance to get the girl, and
see what happens.
Almost happened in Dumb and Dumber. Shelton's got a double tonight.
That guy right there. Gator fans want to see him with a bat in his hand because he can end it with one swing.
Well, you got to give this Gator offense credit. That certainly hasn't been the issue this weekend. It's
No.
more of the pitching today. 12 hits yesterday, 11 more today against really good Texas A&M pitching staff.
Yeah, 23 hits and 13 runs against the team that came in with an ERA of 2.01, which led the nation.
Saturdays have been the struggle for the Gators this year. 3-2 pitch to Shelton. Well, there's one. Needs 7 more.
Even the longest journey starts with this first step.
Such a prognosticator, prolificator. Ty Evans has had a nice night. Single and a double amongst 4 trips to the plate. Double came back in the 7th. And it knocked out Aschenbeck, who was really good in relief.
I'm really curious why they're holding a runner on at first right here. Got a 5-run lead. Got a lefty on the mound. It looks like he's going to threat to pick you off at any point. Why the Gators not going to try to steal?
Nope.
And I'm not saying play your first baseman in right field. I mean, just play behind the runner. Give your guys a little more range.
Good change up there. That's the pitch that Evans has struggled with tonight.
You see the first baseman, he's listening to something. I don't know
He's
if they're
got
going to
pitch coming.
Okay, they're going to keep holding the runner on, and trust me, he's going nowhere. In fact, I don't even want my pitcher even thinking about the runner at first base right now with the 5-run lead.
Yeah. Well, one more wide one. Puts first 2 on. And that called strike 3. Good pitch to the bottom part of the zone, and Evans looked like he knew it.
But I could understand the crowd's frustration. There's a lot of borderlines that have gone against Florida when their pitchers have thrown tonight.
Shelnutt's been on base 3 times tonight, and he'll take strike 1. Gator left fielder is single, doubled, and walked. A little late on that fastball, and he's in an 0-2 hole. So the Gators tonight did not use Ryan Slater. Brandon Neely threw 38 pitches last night, as that one misses off the plate. So you know that Neely can go again, and then so if Cags even gives you 5, you got Slater and Neely for the other 4.
Right, we haven't seen Slater all weekend.
Yep. And again, the starter for Texas A&M in 4 starts over 18 innings, he has walked 5 and struck out 27. 2-2 is hit hard and past a diving Grahovac. It's going to be another double for Shelnut, and the Gators have something going here in the 9th. Shelnut's 2nd double of the day. And how important now were those 2 additional runs that the Aggies scored.
Yeah, your 4 hitters now closer to Cags coming up. Start the Cags countdown. So he just rifles that ball down the line. Shelnut has become such a good hitter.
Landon Russell is going to hit now. Pinch hitter for the Gators. that one a strike up in the zone. Russell hitting for Dale Thomas. Dale doubled in a couple of runs for his only hit of the day.
We were talking to Sully about Russell. He said this guy gives you good at-bats, and that's the reason why he's in there right now.
Smokes that ball out to left, and it's going to be caught right up against the wall. That's a good play by Schott, deep enough to score the run. So it's the first RBI of Landon Russell's Gator career, and he just missed a 3-run homer.
I think we might see more of that young man after that at bat. Just misses, leaving the yard. Well, good play defensively right there by Sorrell.
So Tanner Garrison now hits as the leadoff walk comes around to score. Good changeup for strike one. Garrison a hit tonight. It was a single back in the 3rd inning. Got hit. Little slider right into the knees. And that brings another guy closer to what you said.
They're 2 away from Keggs now. 2 more guys got to get on base.
Well, Hayden Yost scheduled to hit. We'll see what the Gators are going to do here. Yost was in center field for Jalen Guy. Looks like the Gators are trying to
slow things down, it looks like.
And
I mean, they're looking in the dugout for a possible pinch hitter. Yost has got a bat, but he won't be coming up.
So the Gators are going to go with a pinch hitter, Ashton Wilson. Gators also have Brody Donay that they haven't used yet, and we're going to get a visit to the mound by Max Weiner, the pitching coach for the Aggies.
Wilson is the 5th Gator player they've used in that 9 spot tonight.
Yeah. Robertson, Guy, Albert, Yost was supposed to hit, and now Ashton Wilson will. Wilson is 0 for 2 on the year. Went to TNXL Academy down there in Orlando. Oh, the first pitch almost hit him, and that's one you got to take. You got to wear it.
You want to lean into those. I mean, you're trying to get Keggs up here to win it.
And it's 2 straight down in the zone from the lefty. A&M's going to start to have some guys move around in their bullpen. That's right through there. Wilson gets jammed. That's out to short. Good play by Camarillo. And they'll throw him out for out number 2. Or that's the 3rd out. So that'll do it.
Yo, listen up. Let me tell you about love and loss. Our hearts collide, the lines are crossed. In the dance of passion, we find our way. But sometimes love leads us astray. From the highs of ecstasy to the lows of pain. Love's a roller coaster, driving us insane. In the warmth of affection, we find our bliss. But when it's gone, we're left with emptiness. Love and loss hand in hand, in the journey of life, where we make our stand. Through the tears we shed and the battles we fought, we'll find solace in the lessons taught. In the depths of despair, we search for light, but sometimes love fades like stars in the night. In the silence of solitude, we mourn the loss, but through the pain, we'll rise like moss. For love's a journey with twists and turns, but even in darkness, a new flame burns. In the ashes of heartache, a phoenix rises. With love as our guide, we'll find new surprises. Love and loss hand in hand, in the journey of life, where we make our stand. Through the tears we shed and the battles we fought, we'll find solace in the lessons taught. For let's cherish the love we have in this fleeting life. For in love's embrace we find no strife, and though loss may come, we'll carry on. For love's eternal flame will never be gone. Yeah, in love and loss, we find our strength. In the ebb and flow, we'll go to any length. For in the tapestry of life, love's the thread, binding us together even after we're dead.